run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. The shotgun snap for Stanford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. Able to spin free. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Peterson, Charles, at age 33, I think when he signed with the Redskins, people were wondering what would this season be like. Well, it started off pretty good.
Yeah, and you remember the reason why they're asking that question. Age 33. Last season didn't end very well in Arizona. Had some good games, but was hurt down the stretch. Didn't have those games again. But now, 96 yards in the season opener for Washington at Arizona. Comes back for 20 against Indianapolis, and then 120, a big performance against Green Bay. At his best, you're getting to Adrian Peterson that defenses fear.
Peterson a first down and more. Adrian Peterson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big run for AP. 63 yards. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson taking it in. And the Redskins have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Lions now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now Stafford. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And on the left side here, Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. To throw on second down, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for the Lions. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Lions on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington Redskins season has been an interesting one. Who would have predicted that the way this year has gone for them, they would still be in the hunt for a playoff spot in the final weeks of the year? Nobody.
No one. How could you?
Josh Johnson at quarterback, Charles.
Yeah, his 12th NFL team. Hadn't thrown an NFL pass since 2011. And what if he became the guy to lead Washington into the playoffs? No one could have written this script. Offensive line totally rebuilt multiple times this year. And how many times on the negative side did you say that's a really consistent team? But on the positive side, that team battles.
He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Johnson. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now Johnson to throw on third down. And that's incomplete.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, third down, all three incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Here we go.
They're going to try and throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Come on, let's go. White, 90. White, 90.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Flex round. Flex
An
round.
interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to launch this thing. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. And off comes to Peterson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to throw. Johnson. And his throw is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys did not play offense.
Ohio! Ohio! Ohio!
Here's Johnson on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Hey, we got a second here. Let's go back to Week 15 following the win over Green Bay for Chicago. Happiness rained down on the field. The Bears claiming the NFC North title, but one Bear took his celebration to an extreme. I know you saw this.
Yes, I certainly did. Charles Leno Jr., left tackle for the Chicago Bears, got down on a knee and proposed to his girlfriend, Jennifer. So not only celebrating an NFC North title, but now his proposal accepted by Jennifer.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here's Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a play fake here on first down. A deep ball for Ellington. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Cut.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the end zone. Peterson tackled for the safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Yeah, and a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, Peterson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Flex round! Flex round!
They give it to Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. To throw on 3rd down. Johnson. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Johnson now looking to throw on second down. And Davis with it left side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Johnson throwing on 4th down. And Davis has it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Crowder now to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Well, partner, league-wide, I think we're set up for a wild month of January. It seems like this season, more than others, we've had a number of teams that you maybe say, hey, they're the Super Bowl favorites. Kind of the Rams early, then it was the Chiefs. Patriots kept winning, and the Saints, and now, heck, maybe even the Texans or the Bears could claim that moniker.
Yeah, it's going to make for a wild month of January. And you just wonder right now, are we missing a team or two that's just a little bit outside the playoff hunt? Could they get hot and be those teams you don't want to play and carry that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl? Yes, I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts as one of those teams.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Try 38. Try 38. Ohio. Ohio.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out now come the Redskins.
Here we go. What?
They start on the ground with Geis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Now Thompson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go. What? 9.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Looking to throw. Johnson. This one caught by Crowder. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They pitch it out to Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Johnson, and that's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Now Johnson from the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And they'll get this down to the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Johnson operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Johnson now going to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Set, lady. Here we go. 4 down, back 53.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Stafford going to throw it. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Like 7.
Stafford now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go!
He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice nice gain of 25 yards. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number one running option that you've scouted and take away their number one receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I had given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and there in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.
We coming, man. Free the guys, man. PNV. Skirt, skirt. Money, man. I came up from nothing, had to turn it into something, man. 15 when I saw my first